Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Transfermarkt International from our headquarters in Hamburg, Germany. Once again, we feature some hot rumors and news in the world of football. And we start with the crowning of the best on the planet. And of course, that is once again Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or for a record sixth time in his career. According to selected journalists judging for the French newspaper France Football, the 32-year-old Argentine was a well-deserved winner. Messi, whose contract with Barcelona runs into June 2021, has up to this point in this season, starting from the 2018-19 campaign, an unbelievable output. 45 goals and 20 assists in just 43 La Liga games to go, with 14 goals and 6 assists in just 15 Champions League games. The brilliant right wing is now the record holder for Ballon d'Or awards with 6. 2009, 10, 11, 12, 15, and this year's victory is one more than Cristiano Ronaldo has won so far. As you can see, it was a close decision, 24.4% for Messi and 24.1% for Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk, the outstanding Dutch centre-back. The 28-year-old was a central figure in winning the Champions League for Liverpool for the sixth time. The European Player of the Year 2019 liked his result in Ballon d'Or.
First of all, I feel very proud of how far I've come in my career, what I've overcome. I'm very proud of my family, my wife, my kids, who have always supporting me. And it's to be here, to become second in this Ballon d'Or. It's incredible, to come up against all these names, strikers, most of them. It's special for a defender, and I think it also should motivate a lot of young defenders who are out there, and that a lot of people appreciate the work we do as well.
There were two other award winners in Paris, both with a relationship to Virgil van Dijk. First of all, Dutch centre-back and Elftal teammate of Van Dijk, Matthijs de Ligt, and then fellow Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson. The 20-year-old Matthijs de Ligt was transferred from Ajax Amsterdam to Juventus on a transfer fee of 85.5 million euros. He was awarded the best under-21 player of the world.
Well, I think it was close. I think there were a lot of good talents who could win it also. But in the end, they voted for me, and I'm really happy with that. And I don't know why they choose me. Of course, I think I had a great season, but what I say, I think there were a lot of talents who could win it, and I'm just very happy that I won it.
Matthijs de Ligt edged out number 2 in the list, young sensation Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. The English international had less votes and beat out at number 3 Portuguese thrilling youngster João Felix, who transferred this summer from his home team Benfica Lisboa to Atletico Madrid for 126 million euros. And then there was one Liverpool winner at this night in Paris. Alisson Becker, the Reds goalkeeper, was awarded the Yashin Award. For the first time in Ballon d'Or history, this award was given for the best goalkeeper. The 27-year-old Brazilian number 1 Alisson was a well-deserved winner, helping Liverpool with some heroics, especially in the semi-finals against Barcelona to win the Champions League. Barca's Marc-André ter Stegen from Germany came in second. Ederson, a fellow Brazilian goalkeeper of Alisson with Manchester City, was voted third best in the world. Alisson had also some warm words about his award.
This means a lot. It means hard work, not just from me, but from my teammates, from my family, who supports me everywhere I go. My wife, my kids, my parents, and I'm grateful to God to bless me with this great honor.
Lionel Messi, of course, winning his 6th award, was the big single star of the evening. But Liverpool as a team had 4 nominees for Ballon d'Or in the top 10, with Alisson finishing best goalkeeper and was ranked number 7 as best player, and with Virgil van Dijk at 2 and Sadio Mane at 4 and Mo Salah at number 5. Liverpool's strong season was well regarded during this year's Ballon d'Or. And, of course, Virgil van Dijk is already there to find the next step for Liverpool.
Yeah, well, obviously the season we had was outstanding, and we had even more players in the total shortlist, so everyone can be proud of the achievement. I think we could have even a couple more players in it, to be absolutely honest. But we had a fantastic season last year, and it should all motivate us to keep doing what we're doing, working even harder, and try to achieve even more than we did last year. So that's what we're going to try and do, and we should all be proud of what we achieved, but keep working hard.
Liverpool is on its way of reaching their next goal, the 19th English Championship, which would be the first in Premier League history. Their fiercest competitor, as we see here, Pep Guardiola, seemed to have given up in the title race already. Even though they won 4-1 at Burnley, Guardiola acknowledges that this year Liverpool might be too good.
For the distance we have against Liverpool, it will be a little bit crazy to think about the title, honestly. So you have to think about the derby game by game, because it's not just the Premier League. There are other competitions like FA Cup, Carabao, and Champions League. And the important is take this rhythm in our games for the next fixtures.
We move on to our category Rumour Mill, and we stay in the Premier League for that and start with Jadon Sancho, who remains a target for the Premier League heavyweights. The striker from Borussia Dortmund was lately in rumours publicised by Norwegian striker and now TV expert Jan Arge Fjørtoft, seen as a possible winter transfer to Liverpool. Former Borussia and now Reds manager Jürgen Klopp, however, declined Fjørtoft's sources supposedly close to Dortmund's team. According to Klopp, nobody from Liverpool has talked about a Sancho transfer, since nobody would do so in public. Sancho has a market value of 100 million euros. His contract with Dortmund expires in June 2022. Memphis Depay, according to The Mirror, raised attention of both Liverpool and Tottenham. The 25-year-old Dutch international has an obligation with League One side Olympique Lyon until summer 2021. The former Manchester United left wing has 4 goals in as many Champions League appearances to his side. His market value stands at 45 million euros. A regular in this category, rumour mill, is Crystal Palace right-wing Wilfried Zaha. Even though statistics for the 27-year-old went down from 20 scoring points with 10 goals last season to 4 with 2 goals in this campaign, the Ivorian international, as the Express reports, is not only eyed by former club Manchester United and lately Arsenal and Everton, now also Chelsea is in the hunt. Crystal Palace is said to want at least 80 million euro as a transfer fee. Zaha's contract with Palace runs into summer 2023. Another transfer often mentioned here is Christian Eriksen's departure from Tottenham next summer. Now, The Athletic found out that the 27-year-old offensive midfielder sat down eye-to-eye with new Spurs manager Jose Mourinho. The Danish international supposedly formulated his wish to leave London in summer as his contract expires next June. Mourinho was said to be trying to convince Eriksen to stay. Not only Eriksen wants to leave Tottenham, but according to Spanish newspaper Marca, also Giovanni Lo Celso is on his way out of London. The 23-year-old Argentine central midfielder came in as a loan transfer for this season and a fee of 16 million euros from La Liga side Real Betis Sevilla. The Spurs also have a buying option at 60 million, but do not really rely on the Albiceleste international. Lo Celso only has 155 minutes in Premier League action and would like to return to Spain earlier than planned this winter. Betis have an arrangement with a former PSG player that dates until summer 2023. He is already gone. Mauricio Pochettino left White Hart Lane after 5.5 rather successful years in November. The 47-year-old Argentine will most likely stay out of managing until summer. As the Sunday Express reports, the reason could very well be his 14.7 million euro compensation from Tottenham for the early contract termination. A secret clause in his contract prevents Pochettino from taking over as a manager of a different Premier League side in summer. Otherwise, he has to pay back his compensation to Tottenham. This situation might now favor German giants Bayern Munich, who are supposedly also in contact with Pochettino as a successor for now interim coach Hansi Flick. Number 2 in the league table, and a big admiration by both club and supporters led to a decisive no from Brendan Rodgers when asked to take over as new Arsenal manager after Unai Emery's dismissal. The 46-year-old Northern Irish took over at Leicester City in February and has since then gathered an impressive average of 2.15 points in Premier League games with the Foxes. As Sky UK found out, Rodgers was not interested at all in leaving the team he is obligated with until summer 2022 for struggling Arsenal. Norwegian sensation Erling Haaland, according to Germany's Bild-Zeitung, the newspaper, is favourite to sign with Borussia Dortmund, possibly already in winter. Due to lack of goal-scoring ability, the German Champions League side is in search for a typical number 9 central striker with a strong physique and goal-scoring abilities inside the box. The 19-year-old Haaland, who is Champions League's top scorer with 8 for RB Salzburg, has these abilities and was quoted to prefer a transfer to a Bundesliga club as a next step before fulfilling his dream of playing in the Premier League. Haaland's price tag stands at least at 30 million euros. Once again, Borussia Dortmund, but also some other European heavyweights like PSG, Manchester United and Bayern Munich are interested in the services of versatile midfielder Emre Can. As Calciomercato in Italy has it, the 25-year-old German international will be allowed to leave Juventus Torino if the price is right. Can has not been included in Juve's Champions League roster and is obviously not a favourite of Maurizio Sarri. Can's price tag is said to be at 40 million euros. His contract with Italy's champions runs another 2.5 years. Maybe leaving Italy as well is Kalidou Koulibaly, as again Calciomercato reports. Due to restructuring his team, Napoli's boss Aurelio De Laurentiis might be willing to let go his outstanding centre-back from Senegal. The 28-year-old came to the South Italian side in 2014 and has since improved his market value to 75 million euros today, making him one of the highest-ranked defenders in the world. Real Madrid is already preparing a suitable offer to the De Laurentiis clan of 80 million euros for Koulibaly, who is Napoli-bound until June 23. Last but not least, Mario Balotelli might again be on the transfer market this winter, as Brescia Calcio's president Massimo Cellinohat revealed on Italian television. Balotelli has a contract clause that allows him to leave without a transfer fee already this winter. Even though Cellinohat was confident that the 29-year-old would stay with his home team after joining with Brescia 4 months ago, the last place standing in Serie A and only few perspectives of avoiding relegation might tell a different story for the 29-year-old enfant terrible. We start our news ticker with some great news for Everton. As you can see here, Richarlison stays with the Toffees. The Brazilian star player extended his contract at Goodison Park until at least June 2024. The 22-year-old left wing came into Everton in summer 2018 for 39.2 million euro signing fee from Watford. This contract extension might quieten ongoing rumours of Richarlison leaving Everton for Manchester United. He stands at 4 goals and 2 assists in 14 games in the Premier League for the number 17 in the league table, Everton. Another 2 years it is for 161-time Mexican international Andrés Guardado. The 33-year-old will stay another 2 years with Spanish side Betis Sevilla. Former clubs of the central midfielder were also Valencia, Deportivo La Coruña and PSV Eindhoven. Talking about the Netherlands as we approach the end of our show, let us introduce you to another promising young player to watch from Ajax Amsterdam. Noah Lang, a 20-year-old striker, scored 3 times in Ajax's 5-2 come-from-behind victory at Twente Enschede. Let's enjoy his first 3 goals in his starting debut for the Dutch champion. Did we just see the next Marco van Basten or the next Klaas-Jan Huntelaar? We'll follow up closely because that's what we do at Transfermarkt TV. Well, that's it for this week's edition. I hope you enjoyed the show and hope to seeing you next week right here. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one. Bye-bye.